What's up, everybody? How's it going? Happy Thursday. Break number is 672BD. We got a case of 2025 Topps Series 2. It is Topps S2 release week. We got a case of the jumbo, 6 boxes. As always, there's a lot of base in these, so we will fly through the base and get to the hits. Good luck, everybody. One, two. Three, four. 5, 6. 6 boxes. What's up, Soul? Solomon! Okay, what's up, buddy? How are you? How's work been? I know who you are. Welcome, my friend. Alright, there's our 2 silver packs. There we go. We're looking for 1 auto, 2 relics out of these boxes, guys. 1 auto, 2 relics. Nice, buddy. That's awesome. Congrats. Are you in the break? Box number 1. Here we go. On the Summer Superstar, Shohei Ohtani, foil. Nick Castellanos, foil. Willie Adames on the 1990 throwback. Summer Superstars, non-foil, Jackson Merrill. Nice. Nice. All right, we got Jordan Lawler on the foil. That is on the new Sand Glitter foil. Sand Glitter foil, that is Pete Alonso. Jaron Duran All-Star. First pitch, that is Mark Long. That goes to the Diamondbacks. Chase Field, Mark Long. Pack 3. On the green, that is Joe Kelly. Joe Kelly on the green rainbow foil. That's to 99. Green to 99. That's 92 of 99. Lenny Sosa on the foil. Ketel Marte. Summer Superstar. Zach Neto. What's up, Blah? Oh, Blah, you're hilarious. All cards in this break ship, so you will get all these base cards. That's Junior Caminero on the Sand Glitter. William Contreras on the All-Star. OPS leader William Contreras. Pack number 5 of the first box. We got our first patch, I believe. Our first memorabilia. Right there, our first memorabilia card. And that is a thickie. That is a thickie. Going to the Phillies, Nick Castellanos. That is game used memorabilia. That looks like batting glove, guys. That looks like a piece of batting glove. That is actually pretty sick. Let me get a thicker top load, penny sleeve. That could be even bigger. Woo! Oh, damn. All right, I'll get a top loader for that. That's a 180 point right there. Luke Weaver on the foil. Jackson Holiday on the throwback. Ellie De La Cruz on the Summer Superstars. Matt Wallner on the Sand Glitter. Ken Griffey Jr. on the All-Star. That is Shohei and Roki on the Duel. Grab a top loader for this. There we go. 44 out of 99. Nick Castellanos. All right. Pack number 7. First box, pack 7. Our first auto is Will Wagner. Will Wagner, that is on the 1990 throwback auto, Will Wagner. This one is 19 out of 50. 19 out of 50. That goes to the Blue Jays. New York Mets team on the sand glitter. Juan Soto on the All-Star. Shohei and Mookie. Kevin Alcantara on the home field advantage case hit. First box, case hit, home field advantage. That is for the Cubbies. Kevin Alcantara. Jackson Jobe, sad that he's out for the year. William Contreras. Blake Snell. Looks like we got another patch here. That is Christian Javier on the gold. Gold 2010 out of 2025. That is Manny Machado. Manny Machado on the patch. This is player worn material. That one is not numbered on the Manny Machado. Lucas Giolito on the sand glitter. Tatis, Bryce Harper. Last pack. That is Austin Hedges on the foil. Jazz Chisholm, Carlos Correa. And that is box number 1. Do you guys want to save the silver packs and do them all at the end? Or do you guys want to do them now? Your guys' call. I'll leave it up to you for a minute. Save them all till the end. Cool. That'll do 12 packs at the end. Absolutely, we can do that. I think it's more fun when you got them all at one time. All right, box number 2. Box number 2. Let's move these a little bit more that way. There we go. Perfect. They're in the camera. Both cameras. Perfect. 2 more packs. There we go. Here we go, box number 2. That is Sugano. Tomoyuki Sugano on the foil. DeGrom, Schemes. Sand glitter of Connor Gillespie. We got Lindor, Ramirez. That is Troy Taylor. Troy Taylor on the foil. Cal Raleigh. Ronald Acuna. That's Seiya Suzuki on the sand glitter. Jose Ramirez. There is Corey Seager and Adrian Beltre. Looks like we got a possible patch here. Yep. All right, our next hit. That is Manny Machado again. Manny Machado on the player-worn material. That is number 2 on the Manny Machados. San Diego's getting the patches. That's Stephen Kwan on the purple to 250. Purple to 250. That's 100 out of 250. Stephen Kwan for Cleveland. That is a foil of Alec Thomas for the Diamondbacks. Mark Vientos, Riley Green. If there are any golden mirrors, guys, they will be in with all the hits in the center. So we have not missed any golden mirrors. I have been looking. So if we get a golden mirror, you guys will know it. It's usually backwards, so the gold shows, but baseball right now, the next break after this is going to be National Treasures Baseball. And then the last break of the day is going to be basketball. The last break of the day is basketball, and it's going to be a 2-case break. It's a case of Breakers Delight and a case of NBA Topps Chrome Basketball. Right? Yeah, Topps Chrome Basketball. Yeah, around 9 o'clock Pacific time. Yes, sir, Com. So the spots are still live in the store, okay? Garrett Whitlock on the sand glitter. Hank Aaron. Rafi Devers. Yeah, the basketball break, the spots are still live. The National Treasures break, the spots are still live too. Yeah, the last break is going to make you work, Blah. I'm sorry, bud. Thank you, though. I appreciate all your help. You know that. All right, here we go. Our next hit is our auto, Dylan Dingler. Dylan Dingler on the 90s throwback. This one is not numbered. This one goes to Detroit. Sand glitter, that is Luis Severino. There's David Ortiz and Riley Green. That is Austin Barnes for the Dodgers on the foil. Stephen Kwan, Mookie Betts. We got gold to 2025. That is for the Dodgers. Blake Snell. Blake Snell for the Dodgers, 368 out of 2025. Our next patch is Michael McGreevy for the Cardinals. This one is not numbered. Gavin Williams for Cleveland on the sand glitter. Nolan Ryan. That's Duke Snyder and Mickey Mantle. I'm going to put that up to the side in case we have to randomize that. That's Kyle Tucker. Kyle Tucker, that is 11 out of 50. 11 out of 50 on the canvas card. Throwback canvas. Michael Harris. We got Jonathan Aranda on the foil. Yelich. And that is box number 2. This might be not canvas. What is this then? 250. Says gold rainbow foil or canvas. This is just a throwback to 50. Throwback to 50. All right, box number 3. Box number 3. 2 more packs. Mitchell Parker on the sand glitter. Julio. There's Griffey and Julio. Our auto, Shea Whitcomb. Shea Whitcomb on the auto. That is for Houston. This one is not numbered. This is on the 1990 throwback. Please keep it in English in the chat. Please keep it in English in the chat. Appreciate you. Corbin Burns on the sand glitter. Babe Ruth. There's Shota and Seiya Suzuki. I don't know what you're asking for, sir. Gleyber Torres to 2025 on the gold. Gold to 2025. 555 out of 2025. Purple to 250. 250. There's Bryce Teodosio. On the foil, we got the Pittsburgh Pirates team. Tarek Skubal, Ketel Marte. So glad you came to see us, Bev. Have a great day. Yep, we're about to block you. Thank you very much, my friend. Have a great day. You've been muted. Bye-bye. We will report you to eBay and have you blocked. And probably kicked off. Have a great day, sir. Here we go. We got our patch. First patch of this one is Zach Wheeler. Zach Wheeler on the Major League Materials. This one is not numbered. Zach Wheeler not numbered. Joe's Bray, sorry about that, bud. Jake Bowers on the Sand Glitter. That is Jonathan Cannon on the foil. Volpe, Duran. Victor Robles on the short print. Victor Robles on the logo border, short print. Nestor Cortez on the foil. Langford, Yamamoto. Sand Glitter of Heliot Ramos for the Giants. Elliott on the All-Star. There's Ricky Henderson on the first pitch. Going to the A's. For the White Sox, that's on the black. White Sox black, 3 out of 10. That is Dominic Fletcher, 3 out of 10 for the White Sox. Nice color match with the uniform. Nice color match, 3 out of 10. Frankie Montas on the foil. Strider, Rutschman. Griffin Conine on the Sand Glitter. We got George Brett, Juan Soto. That Juan Soto is as a Yankee. Last pack of box 3. Last pack, first half. We got Thomas Sagasi on the player worn uniform. That one is not numbered. Juan Yepes. Foil. grab some more top loaders and we'll keep going. All right. Box number 4. Box number 4. 2 more packs. Here we go. That is the Cleveland Guardians team on the Sand Glitter. Shota, Bobby Witt. Well, it looks like, is that red? I don't know, I can't tell what color that is. Here we go. That is a Ozzy Albies auto. Looks red to 5. Nope, it is 12 out of 25. 12 out of 25. Nice hit for the Braves. Nice hit for the Braves. Ozzy Albies auto. To 25, that color is orange. That's actually orange, guys. Orange Ozzy Albies to 25. Vidal Brujan on the Sand Glitter. Landon Knack, Sal Perez. There's Nolan Arenado. All right, Bly, you got it, buddy. We'll see what we can do for you. To 2025 on the gold. That is Matt McLain. Matt McLain for the Reds. That is 1722 out of 2025. On the patch, Adrian Del Castillo for the Diamondbacks. That is not numbered. Adrian Del Castillo. Bowen Francis, Sand Glitter. You got it, buddy. You got it. Acuna auto. Hopefully I don't pull Luis. That seems to be the thing. Is when somebody asks for it, if they got a brother or something, I always end up pulling the brother. All right, here we go to 250 purple. JT Realmuto. Keter Montero, Pete Alonso, Shea Whitcomb. Oh, stop grabbing the penny sleeves. They're already penny sleeved. All right, we got our first patch coming. First mem, I think. Maybe the second one. I'm not sure. Oh, maybe not. I can't feel. Nolan Jones on the foil. Rooker. Sal Perez. God, these cards. That's the Texas Rangers team. Texas Rangers on the sand glitter. Harper, Schwarber. Kevin Alcantara. Paul Goldschmidt. Aaron Judge. For the A's, Osvaldo Bido, sand glitter. Shohei. There's Lou Gehrig and Babe Ruth. Last pack has a patch. Behind Grant Holmes is Christian Yelich. Christian Yelich on the Major League material. That is not numbered. Major League material not numbered of Christian Yelich. But the card behind it is numbered. That is to 50 on the gold. James Outman. Gold rainbow foil of James Outman for the Dodgers. Nice hit for the Dodgers. To 50. 6 out of 50. David Fry. Box number 5. Box number 5. Two more packs. Right there. All right, box number 5. Here we go. Joe Musgrove, excuse me, on the sand glitter. Willie Mays. There is Shohei, Sandy Koufax, and Clayton Kershaw. All-Star Auto. That is Aaron Shuck on the Star Auto. Aaron Shunk. That is going to the Colorado Rockies. This one is not numbered. Not numbered for the Rockies. Grant Holmes. to 74. 74 on the black, Jordan Walker. Jordan Walker to 74. That is 40 out of 74 on the black. Ben Joyce on the foil. O'Neal Cruz, Jordan Alvarez. To 2025, Isaac Collins. Isaac Collins, that is 681 out of 2025. And that is Jackson Jobe on the player worn material. Jackson Jobe. Who does not want to go in a penny sleeve. This one is 12 out of 150. 12 out of 150 on the Jackson Jobe blue patch. Kyle Freeland on the sand glitter. Vlad Guerrero, Jackson Merrill. Kyle Isbell. Kumar Rocker, Rafi Devers. All right, second half of box 5. Here we go. That's to 74 black. That is also for Milwaukee, Joey Ortiz. That is Joey Ortiz for Milwaukee. 69 of 74. 69 of 74 on the paper black. Brendan Donovan, Dylan Cruz, Garrett Cole. That is Tyler Nevin on the sand glitter. Mookie Betts. There is Jen Tran. Jen Tran, she's loving the first pitch for the Red Sox. That is Freddie Freeman. Freddie Freeman on the short print. That is a 1990 short print. Purple image. Brian Reynolds on the foil for the Pirates. Kyle Tucker, Mike Trout. Joe Kelly on the Sand Glitter. Trey Turner, Corey Seager. Our last patch. That is a City Connect patch for the Cleveland Guardians. Jose Ramirez. Jose Ramirez on the City Connect. This one is not numbered. Not numbered on the Jose Ramirez City Connect patch. That's box number 5. Box number 6. Our last 2 silver packs. Good luck on the last box, guys. Here we go. Again, all cards ship, so I'll be sorting all 7 million of these cards after the break. Matthew Boyd on the foil for the Cubs. Wood, Lindor. For the Yankees, the Martian, Jason Dominguez on the Sand Glitter. Derek Jeter, Mookie Betts. Excuse me, guys. Sorry about that. Gustavo Campero for the Angels. Sagasi, Corbin Carroll. Yes, only 7 million cards in this set, in this box. That's why we only do one case of these at a time. All right, here we go. That is the Kansas City Royals on the Sand Glitter. Bo Jackson. That is Vlad Jr. and Bo Bichette. Our next patch. Yordan Alvarez on the All-Star Game patch. Yordan Alvarez, 1990s throwback, All-Star Game, not numbered. But black to 74, future star for the Atlanta Braves, A.J. Smith-Shawver. A.J. Smith-Shawver to 74. That one is 12 out of 74. 12 out of 74 for the Braves. Pavin Smith, Cody Bellinger, Gunnar Henderson. I should put these away. Last 5 packs. That is Josh Smith for Texas. Alvarez, Ozuna. Hunter Fiducia. Hunter Fiducia on the Star Auto for the Dodgers. This one is not numbered. Not numbered. Hunter Fiducia. Or Fiducia. Kyle Bradish. Mike Trout. Seiya Suzuki. Joey Bart on the foil. Alex Bregman, Teoscar Hernandez. That is Luis Peralta to 2025. 1661 out of 2025. Jace Jung on the patch for Detroit. Jace Jung, this one is also not numbered. Andrew Monasterio. Hideo Nomo for the Dodgers. There's Witt and Brett. Last pack. We got red to 5. We got a red to 5 coming. Jack Neely, Caden Dana, Roki. Alright, our red to 5 is behind Mr. Goldschmidt right there. Red to 5 behind Paul Goldschmidt. Good luck to everybody. Get these out of the way. Our red to 5 goes to the Los Angeles Angels, Bryce Teodosio. Bryce Teodosio on the red. 4 out of 5. 4 out of 5 on the red for the Angels, Bryce Teodosio. All right, we got 12 packs here. 12 packs. I'm going to get to those now. Give me 1 second. Try and find something real quick. Give me a second, guys. All right, I'm back. Sorry. Let's get this card out of the way. It's either going to the Dodgers, left side, the Yankees, right side. Dodgers or Yankees, Duke Snider, Mickey Mantle. Okay, we got a 6-sided dice here. Odd is the left side, even is the right side, Dodgers or Yankees. That's going to the Dodgers on the odd side. Dodgers on that card. Just to get that out of the way. There we go. Okay, now for the fun packs. Yes, main event, as Blah says. Main event. Get a little bit of a zoom in for eBay. There we go. Here we go, guys. I will not top load these, but I will penny sleeve each one, and then I will top load after the break. All right, here we go. Lawrence Butler, Gunnar Henderson, Anthony Volpe, All-Star, Mark McGuire All-Star. I will top load if we hit an auto or a numbered card. Let me double check for numbers. They used to be on the front. I don't know if they moved them to the back. We'll find out. Mookie Betts, Jackson Jobe, there's Jordan, and Justin Roblowski, and they are numbered on the front. This is a green, 98 of 99. 98 of 99, Justin Roblowski. So they are again numbered on the front, so I'll be able to find it. How about Babe Ruth? Babe Ruth, Jace Jung, Bobby Witt Jr., Johanski Noel. I probably said that name wrong, but it's a Cleveland Guardian, so I really don't care. Guys, I say that just to mess with Blah, so. Alright, we got Fernando Tatis, Cody Bellinger, Juan Soto, and then Hyosung Kim for the Dodgers. Alright, Mike Piazza, Jacob DeGrom, Ichiro. For the Mets, Mark Vientos, the Fresh Maker. Vientos fresh and full of life. The Fresh Maker. One of my favorite players, Alec Baum. I'm a Yankee, but I like this kid. Bryce Harper, Thomas Sagasi, and that is Run Ricky Run on the All-Star. Ricky Henderson, and that one is numbered 13 out of 50 on the Mojo. 13 out of 50. Alright, we got Shea Whitcomb, Bo Jackson, Sal Perez, and that is Sandy Koufax. Sandy Koufax. Again, all of these Chrome Mojos out of this packs will be top loaded after, unless they're numbers or autos. Alcantara. There's Shota Imanaga. Brent Rooker. And that is Chipper Jones for Atlanta. Chipper Jones. Man, it's a pain in the butt trying to find the numbers on these, though. They probably should put them on the back. Alright. So is that 8 down? We got 4 to go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes. 4 to go. Hank Aaron. Will Wagner. Nolan Arenado. Michael Harris II. A lot of Braves in this Mojo pack. That Nolan, that Hank Aaron goes to the Braves. Three to go. We got Kershaw. Jackson Holiday. Jarren Duran. Ketel Marte. Man, if we don't get an auto, I'm going to be kind of disappointed. 12 packs. There is Francisco Lindor. Mike Yastrzemski. That is Willie Mays for the Giants. That's a nice looking all-star card. And that one is numbered 38 of 199. That is Juan Soto for the Mets. Juan Soto for the Mets to 199. And our last pack. Last pack Mojo. Then we'll do a full recap. David Ortiz, Ezequiel Tovar, Jose Ramirez. For the Brewers, William Contreras to finish this off. Wow, no autos. That's crazy. All right. Here we go, recap time. Recap our Chrome Mojos. Here we go, Ortiz, Tovar, Ramirez, Contreras, Yastrzemski, Mays, Lindor, Holiday, Duran, Marte, Kershaw, Wagner, Arenado, Harris, Aaron, Imanaga, Rooker, Jones, Alcantara, Jackson, Perez, Koufax, Whitcomb. I don't think we had any repeats either. Harper, Sagasi, Baum, DeGrom, Ichiro, Vientos, Piazza, Bellinger, Soto, maybe Soto with the number and a non-numbered, Kim, Tatis, Noel, Ruth, Jung, Witt, Job, Alvarez, Betts, Butler, Henderson, Volpe, McGuire, and our numbered ones to 199, Juan Soto, Justin Robelski for the Dodgers to 99, 98 of 99, and Ricky Henderson gold, 13 out of 50. All right, here's our recap, guys. I will not recap the foils or the sand glitter, but I will recap everything else. All the numbers, autos, and hits. All right, to 2025, we have Luis Peralta, Isaac Collins. That is Matt McClain, Gleyber Torres, Blake Snell, and Christian Javier. To 250, JT Realmuto, Bryce Teodosio, and Stephen Kwan. Green to 99, Joe Kelly. We had 3 blacks to 74. We had AJ Smith-Shawver, Joey Ortiz, Jordan Walker. To 50 gold, we had James Outman and a gold Kyle Tucker on the 2019 35th anniversary throwback. We had a Dominic Fletcher black. This one is to 10, 3 out of 10 on the black foil. On the red foil to 5, Bryce Teodosio for the Angels. Our patches, these are not numbered. What's up, John? How are you, buddy? Robleski? Okay, thanks, Twister. I'll know that for the next time. Robleski. Got it. Thank you, sir. I'm doing great, John. Doing great. Just ending this break. Finishing up my recap. We got Jace Jung, Jordan Alvarez, Christian Yelich, Adrian Del Castillo, Thomas Sagasi, Zach Wheeler, Michael McGreevy, Manny Machado had twins, and Jackson Jobe. We had one City Connect, not numbered. That was Jose Ramirez for the Guardians. We had one numbered patch, and it's a nice one. It's a piece of a batting glove. I can swear that's a batting glove. 44 of 99. Nick Castellanos. This was player worn on my birthday last year. 9/25 of 2024. So now you all know my birthday. All right. That's Hunter Fiducia for the Dodgers, not numbered. Aaron Shunk, not numbered. Shea Whitcomb on the 90 throwback. Dylan Dingler on the 90 throwback. Will Wagner 90 throwback. This one is numbered 19 out of 50. This is Ozzy Albies on the orange to 25. Orange to 25. 12 out of 25 Christmas card. We had Freddie Freeman on the purple background short print. We had Victor Robles on the short print Seattle Mariners logo border. We had Shohei Ohtani on the Summer Superstars foil. This one is not numbered, but that is a short print on the foil. And our case hit was a home field advantage going to the Cubs of Kevin Alcantara. There's your break, guys. Hope you guys had a good time. I had a good time being here with you. Hope to see you guys next time. Have a great afternoon, guys. Peace.